클릭해주셔서 감사합니다.
Hello everyone, I'm Laiseo JK대. In the previous lecture, we talked about recessions and economic crisis. Today, we are going to discuss one of the most influential systems in human history, capitalism. What exactly is capitalism? Why did capitalism become dominant around the world? Why do some people praise capitalism as the greatest engine of prosperity in history? And why do others criticize it for creating inequality, exploitation, and instability? Today, we will explore the strengths, weaknesses, and contradictions of capitalism. Let's begin. First, what is capitalism? Capitalism is an economic system based mainly on private property, markets, voluntary exchange, profit incentives, competition. In capitalism, individuals and businesses can own property and produce goods or services for profit. Consumers decide what to buy. Businesses compete for customers. Prices are largely determined by markets. This system is very different from economics, where the government controls most production directly. Now here is one of the key ideas of capitalism: freedom of economic choice. In capitalist systems, people usually have freedom to start business, invest money, choose jobs, buy and sell products. This economic freedom encourages innovation and competition. For example, why do companies constantly create new smartphones, technologies, and services? Because businesses compete for profit and market success. Competition creates incentives to improve products and reduce costs. This is one reason capitalism had produced enormous technological progress. Now let's think historically. Before modern capitalism, many societies were dominated by feudal systems or strong monarchies. Economic mobility was limited, but as markets expanded and industrialization developed, capitalism transformed societies. Factories increased production, trade expanded globally, scientific and technological progress accelerated, living standards improved dramatically in many countries. Modern medicine, transportation, communication, and mass production all expanded rapidly under capitalist economics. Now, here is an important point. Capitalism is extremely effective at generating wealth. Many economists argue that capitalism created more material prosperity than any previous economic system in history. However, capitalism does not distribute wealth equally, and this is where many criticisms begin. One major criticism is inequality. In capitalist systems, some individuals and companies accumulate enormous wealth, others struggle financially. Why? Because capitalism rewards productivity, investment, ownership, innovation, and market success. But opportunities are not always equal. Some people begin life with advantages, others face serious disadvantages. As a result, wealth gaps can grow over time. Another criticism is exploitation. Critics argue that companies sometimes prioritize profit over human well-being. For example, poor working conditions, extremely low wages, environmental destruction, excessive working hours. During the Industrial Revolution, many workers faced harsh labor conditions. Children worked in factories, workers labored long hours with little protection. These historical experiences shaped many criticisms of capitalism. Now let's discuss competition. Competition is one of capitalism's greatest strengths, but competition can also create pressure and instability. Companies that fail may disappear. Workers can lose jobs. Industries can collapse. Capitalism creates both opportunity and insecurity. This is one reason capitalist societies often experience both innovation and anxiety at the same time. Now here is something very important. Modern economies are usually not pure capitalism. Most countries today combine capitalism with government intervention. For example, governments regulate markets, provide welfare programs, protect workers, support public education, control monopolies. This mixed system attempts to balance economic freedom with social stability. Now let's compare capitalism with socialism briefly. In socialism, the government or society collectively controls more economic resources and production. Socialist systems often emphasize equality, social welfare, collective ownership. Capitalist systems emphasize markets, competition, individual incentives, private ownership. In reality, most countries exist somewhere between these extremes. Now let's connect capitalism to daily life. Every time you buy a product, choose a job, start a business, invest money, or compete in the market, you are participating in capitalism. Capitalism shapes technology, entertainment, social media, housing, education, employment, global trade. It influences modern life almost everywhere. Now, here is one final important idea. Capitalism is not simply an economic system, it also changes culture and human behavior. Capitalist societies often encourage competition, productivity, consumption, individual success. Some people believe this creates innovation and freedom. Others believe it creates stress, consumerism, and excessive inequality. This debate continues today around the world. So let's summarize today's lecture. Capitalism is an economic system based on private property, markets, profit incentives, and competition. Capitalism has produced enormous innovation and economic growth. However, capitalism can also create inequality, instability, and social problems. Most modern countries combine capitalism with some degree of government intervention. And because capitalism shapes modern society so deeply, understanding capitalism helps us better understand the world itself. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this lecture, please like and subscribe. And in the next video, we will discuss another major economic topic, socialism. What is socialism, and why has it remained one of the most controversial ideas in modern history? See you next time.